Hello and welcome back to Valheim. Previous episode I said that we were going to explore the Black Forest this episode. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go venture into the Black Forest. Before we go into the Black Forest, I want to craft a shield first. So I want to craft the wood shield. Right now we have the wood tower shield, but apparently the wood shield is better than the wood tower shield. I read that on the internet. So we're gonna craft that. I gathered the materials in between episodes. It's nothing interesting. I just killed some boars, got some wood. We have to go to the Black Forest to get a certain item. Because we have a pickaxe, we can now mine ores. And we got a pickaxe after we killed the first boss. And after we mine that ore, we have to smelt it. And to smelt ore, you need a smelter. In the Black Forest, there are these dungeons, these underground dungeons. They are called burial chambers, and they are filled with skeletons, so they are extremely dangerous. But in those dungeons, we can find a certain item with which we can build smelters. So after we get that item, we can build our smelters, we can smelt our ore, and we can get the next tier of tools, of armor, and whatnot. So that is our next objective. Go to the Black Forest, find burial chambers, enter those burial chambers, and look for that certain item to build smelters with. And that certain item is called a surtling core. I put some of the stuff in my inventory away. And before we go into the Black Forest, we have to prepare a little bit. And the way we prepare is by cooking some food. So the Black Forest is a very dangerous area. So we need some good food that will increase our health, increase our stamina. So I built 2 campfires and 2 cooking stations so we can cook a lot of meat. And meat is a very good food. Another good food is honey. So we built these beehives and now they're starting to produce some honey and we can farm it. So before we go into the Black Forest, I want to sleep first and afterwards we can go. A new morning and a new day. We built an outpost just on the edges of the Black Forest. So we're gonna go there first. We're gonna set our spawn point there. And after we set our spawn point there, we're gonna go out and venture into the scary Black Forest. And here we go, our first steps into the Black Forest. And we immediately found a stone structure. Usually there are some enemies inside of these stone structures, and that is the case here as well. So the first enemy that we encounter in the Black Forest is a skeleton with a sword and a shield. And we are able to kill it, so that is really good. That makes me confident, confident that we prepared well, confident that I have the skills to kill these enemies. And we're just gonna continue. So nothing here. Sometimes there are chests inside of these abandoned buildings, but not in this case. The cool thing about the Black Forest is that it looks completely different than the starting zone. So it does feel like you're in a completely different world, and I like that a lot. And after some walking, we stumble upon this house, and it is being guarded by like 5-6 Grey Dwarfs. So I'm betting that there is some good treasure inside of that house. A good way to fight these Grey Dwarfs is with a torch. When you hit a Grey Dwarf with a torch, they are set on fire and they take a lot of damage. We killed some of those Grey Dwarfs, but there are still a few left. But we can make it past them and see what's inside of that house. There is one chest in the house and there's only some amber and a few arrows. So definitely not worth the trouble. Let's kill these last Grey Dwarfs off as well. And then we will continue exploring the Black Forest. I found one more abandoned building, and this abandoned building is filled with skeletons. So some mobs have these stars, and these stars represent how difficult the mob is. So you have mobs with 0 stars, which are just regular enemies, and mobs with 1 star have like 1.5 times damage and twice the health of normal enemies. And even while blocking, this guy takes up 1/3 of my health. So I decided it's not worth it. Once I kill it, it's not gonna drop anything good. So the best thing is just to run away. And while running away, I came across this giant. This really ugly blue giant. These are called trolls, and they are really dangerous. So I did not want to provoke it, and I just circled around it and hoped that it would not see me. And while exploring, I came across this cave. So this is kind of what a burial chamber looks like, but this is not a burial chamber. This is a troll cave. I snuck around a little bit to check what was in here, and I found a troll. So I'm really lucky that it had its back turned to me and that I could sneak out again. Fighting a troll is not easy, but fighting a troll in an enclosed space is almost impossible. So good thing that it did not spot us. So a lot of fun things happened while exploring the Black Forest, but we still haven't found a burial chamber. A way to find burial chambers is by finding skeletons. So there will always be 3 skeletons guarding the entrance of a burial chamber. We already saw that there could be skeletons in abandoned buildings, but if we can find skeletons that are out here in the wild, in the forest, then we know that a burial chamber is really close by, because they will be guarding the entrance of a burial chamber. So that is what we're going to continue doing. We're going to look for skeletons that are not in abandoned buildings. And this is what a burial chamber looks like. And like I just said, there are 3 skeletons guarding the entrance. So we have to get rid of those skeletons, and then we can enter the burial chamber. Okay, and here we go. So we found a burial chamber, and we're gonna enter and explore it next episode. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, also leave a comment. Comments really help with the algorithm and you would be helping me out. And subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and bye bye.